When people think about war, they imagine missiles, explosions, and armies. But across the Middle East, another crisis is quietly unfolding. A crisis not of weapons, but of water. Because in some of the driest countries on Earth, millions of people survive on water created by massive desalination plants. And now as conflict spreads across the region, many of these lifelines are under threat. If they stop working, entire cities could run dry. The Middle East is one of the most water-scarce regions on Earth. Rainfall is extremely limited and rivers are few, yet more than 400 million people live across this region. So how do cities like Dubai, Riyadh, or Tel Aviv survive? The answer lies in one of the most important technologies of the modern world: desalination. Massive industrial plants that turn seawater into drinking water. In some Gulf countries, desalination provides over 90% of all drinking water. Without these plants, modern life in the region would simply not be possible. In modern warfare, infrastructure is often the first target. Power plants, ports, and energy pipelines are regularly targeted, and increasingly water systems are being targeted too, because damaging water infrastructure can cripple an entire society without firing a single bullet at civilians. Across the region, desalination plants sit directly along coastlines exposed and vulnerable. A missile strike, drone attack, or sabotage operation could disable facilities supplying water to millions of people. The consequences could be immediate and severe. Unlike oil or food, water cannot be easily stored for long periods in massive quantities. Cities depend on a constant daily supply. If a major desalination facility shuts down, water shortages could appear within days. Hospitals would struggle to operate, agriculture would collapse, millions of people would suddenly face severe shortages of the most basic human necessity. Desalination plants require enormous amounts of energy to operate. Much of that energy comes from oil and gas infrastructure concentrated around the Persian Gulf. If conflict disrupts the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most important oil choke point energy supplies could be affected. And without energy desalination, plants cannot function. Water shortages can quickly turn into humanitarian crises. Across history, droughts and water disruptions have triggered migration, political instability, and conflict. In densely populated cities across the Gulf and wider Middle East, the stakes are extremely high. If water infrastructure becomes a casualty of war, millions of lives could be affected. Over 150 million people rely directly on desalinated water in the region.